so that LGBT people are not harassed, women are not harassed. They're called the diversity in the workplace. We don't say LGBT people in particular, but even for women, there should be strict laws on sexual harassment. You shouldn't get emails on your computer, sexually harassing you. All these were in place. Now they're worried. What does one do? In the work manual, in our human resources manuals, we have very clear guidelines that the partners of the same-sex partners of employees should be welcome, for say company picnics or the pension schemes or the whatever the health schemes. The same-sex partner should also be eligible. It is there in writing. So this new law that says, and it's not new, when you say that Section 377 is reapplicable, and again you're recriminalized, what happens to those? Because these are all international corporate, corporate houses, and most of these houses are now worried about inclusive, laws that they are not laws so much as they have got these manuals in the human resources department, in the personnel department, that harassment of LGBT people should not be allowed. What happens to those manuals? What happens to all the work that has been done on these issues? So again, we're going backwards there. So the pros and cons are that it's not going to be that easy for the government to put this genie back in the bottle. That is for sure. Nobody's going to go back. If people think that the youngsters are going to go back in the closet, they're sadly mistaken. The more people out of khunnas, as we say it, are going to come out. But the second part is, let us be very clear, the fight is going to be much more tough. It's not going to be easy, but this time I'm very grateful that there are people like Chitra Palekar and all who we didn't have before 2009. Now there are mothers and our fathers and our siblings, our brothers and sisters who are going to bloody well fight these battles because they are going to fight for their children too. No mother is going to allow this nonsense of a child being dragged to every 15 days to the police station for some bogus FIR, which is already happening. The extortion cases are increasing in Bombay. Blackmail is increasing. Harassment is increasing. So this will be fought. The battle has just been joined. For those who think it's going to be easy, it's not. We don't know how long it's going to take, this curative petition. There's not much, people are saying there's not much hope for it. Or we may have to wait for these old judges to die before we go again to the court. I mean, whatever, that sounds terrible. But still, the point is that some of the lawyers are saying all the lawyers within the criminal system are not very hopeful for this. That is how sad it is, I want to tell you. They're saying that it's going to be a battle on many fronts, not just in the courts. You may have to have these battles on a smaller level, like if you, for example, Tamil Nadu is very pro us. So they can have an amendment, as law is a concurrent subject, which means even states can make their own laws. They can have an amendment to Section 377 that it doesn't apply in this state to sex between consenting adults in Tamil Nadu. So, that means we can all go and get married in Tamil Nadu. So, again, we'll have to find all these little things. Like you may have to test the waters. You may have to go and say, two men, I want to get married to Urmi. I want my rights. These are under the Constitution, 14 and 15, equality. We are two equal citizens of this country. We have a right to get married. It's very interesting. Madras High Court accepts marriage between a hijra and a male. Inheritance rights have been given to hijras who are married to men. Very interesting. Our country is huge, diverse, a lot of pros and cons on there, but it's not going to be easy. So let us be very clear. The fight is just starting. And a lot of us had thought that 2009, we had got our freedom cheap, and now we have to fight every inch of the way. So anyway, I'll begin with that. I'm sorry.
Thank you. In fact, one of the things which Ashok mentioned also, when the Supreme Court, the Delhi High Court judgment was challenged in the Supreme Court, actually, we presented, I think, affidavits by 13 parents of LGBT children from across board, from all over India, from different classes. So the 13 parents, basically, Chitra Palekar is one of the signatories. They said that having this particular law is kind of criminalizing my son or daughter. And basically, it breaks the bond between me because the child doesn't trust me anymore to completely tell me that he is gay or he is homosexual. And that trust is what we need between a mother and a child. And that's one of the key things. So I want to ask Nargis Wadia about, like, I mean, how does she feel about now the changes after 2009? I know you were very happy. I've seen you at many of the events, LGBT events, but now with the 2013 verdict which came up. So what do you think, and what is your reaction?
Actually, it's a really terrible thing because we are facing such a lot of problems with the kind of courts that we have and the kind of laws that we have. I would like to share with you that I have been slapped with a case by one of the gundas who's come into our